Hello, my future coders. This is Ayush Avasti. I'm currently working at Lenscard. So, in this channel, I will be teaching you about how to build your skill set and some projects that will definitely help you to ace in your interviews. Talking about the Newton School, Newton School is a platform which prepares you for your career in tech. It has a course designed for freshers, working professionals, and also for women who have with no tech background. And Newton School first trains you for the 6 months and help you get amazing full stack developers. And it also has a network of more than 300 plus great companies who hire from Newton School. So once training is completed, Newton School will ensure that students are placed with some of the best companies in the country. And the best part is that Newton School has a pay after placement program under which you don't have to pay anything to the Newton School until and unless you are placed with a minimum of 5 lakh CTC. This is a Launchpad is an initiative taken by the Newton School for people who want to start coding from scratch and learn the basic of different programming languages absolutely free of cost. This video will be also be available in the in the Launchpad section of the Newton School. There you can practice several courses and assignments related to this course. So today I will be teaching the Android Studio from the native Android application. So native Android application is generally a kind of an application that runs only on that particular device or the particular, or we can say a particular operating system. So there are also hybrid apps and there are native apps. So first we will be covering the native Android app development, and then later on maybe we can go for the hybrid app development too. So let's get jump into it. So as you can see, there is an Android Studio. You might be aware that Android Studio is used to create the applications running on the your Android phone. So so I will be just diving into the the proceeding with the. I assume that you have installed the Android Studio. Actually, there are lot many kind of examples that tutorials also that can help you enjoy that can help you with the Android Studio installation of the Android Studio. So let's proceed with the creating our new application. There are a lot of kind of options. There you can create a fresh project, and you can also create a Flutter project. So Flutter we will be jumping later on. First we will be proceeding with the native Android app development only. So I mentioned before that we will be also going with the hybrid app development. So that is for the Flutter project. So if you have any existing project in your in any of your directories, you can go ahead with this option and get from the version control. Version control is something you can just go with that GitHub part, and wherever you find any repository, you can just click on this code button, and you can just copy it this, or you can just simply click there, and you can just get to version control, and you can just simply paste that URL and a clone, and automatically that code will be downloaded, and you can go ahead with the whatever the things you have to do with that code. So I will not be doing with that part now for now. So it just you have to click on clone and just go with that only. So I will be creating a fresh project. So I will be yes, there is a the Android Studio provides you a lot of templates. You have to go for the Google Ad Mob ad activity. You need a full screen activity. You need an app. So generally we use an empty activity, and everything we can just build on our own only. So there is a basic activity. You get like the fab icon, like the floating action button, the right here. So and also bottom navigation control. You might have used many of your applications. Discord is also doing the same. You can just build it on your own actually. The navigation drawer also, and the setting activity where you get menu icon in the top corner of that, the scrolling activity, and there are a lot of many like that templates. So we will use first wide area we will be covering. So we will go with the phone and tablet, and just click on this empty activity and just choose the next option. So it will be asking like where I would be like creating. So what was the name of my application? So I will be like naming it to the Newton School. Is Newton School. This is the first application, so we'll be building that only. And for the same location, I will be like choosing my default. And you get the two options actually here. So one is the Java and one is the Kotlin part. So we will be going with the Java part only, as Java is the most popular language and Kotlin is like the new. But Java will also help you to ace in your interviews also. So I will be like covering the Java portion mainly. So yes, we can. And what is the minimum SDK we want to choose? Like if I am targeting the 5.1, so it is like supported by the 92% of the devices around the world. So if I will be like going ahead with the Android 10, since it is generally less used, so it is only supported for the 8.2% of the devices. So if I am choosing the Android 11, that is the most latest, so it is not even the 1% of the world's all devices. So I will be going with the 5.1. That's Yes, that's quite. So if you can see, if I'm like going with a 4.1, so it's almost 99.8% of devices. That means still there are people there using like below the Android 4.1 maybe. So we will going with a 5.1. Okay, so okay, that's fine. You just need to go with these settings only, and you can just hold on the finish. So it will take a quite long time to build the Gradle. So our setup has been completed. All the files, necessary files, has been downloaded by the Android Studio. So let's check how much these things are working. So let's check out the overview of the Android Studio. So in here, like there is a driver folder. First, I will be like collapsing all the files, open files. Okay, yeah, rest also, and zap also. So you can see there is a app and a Gradle scripts. Okay, so first we will be heading for the Gradle scripts. So let's close these also, these two also. Yes, no need now. Okay, let's try with this dependencies part. So it is whatever the extra files we need to install in this. So like suppose that I need a dependency for a QR code system, managing a QR code system. That there is a QR code scanner library that will help you to detect the QR codes present in there. So all the necessary codes are already built in there in that library only. You just need to put on the API. These all the technical terms which I am like saying, so I will be like keep on explaining them whenever we are going to implement. For this is just an introduction to the Android Studio, so let's keep it abstract till now only. Okay, so there is a material UI we are using, there is a constant layout we are using, and there are certain other so we will be like typing with the implementation and the whatever the library version is there. Before that, in the earlier versions of the Android Studio, the implementation was changed with the so compile keyword, but now we are using the implementation part. Okay, so let's close this. And these are the not like need for you to understand. So let's go ahead with this manifest, android.manifest.xml. So this is the most important file. This is the first file that is recognized by Android device. So it has the package name. So what are the application constraints, like the backup is being allowed, like the icon is a map IC launcher. I will show you on the later on this IC launcher. So I will be hovering on this, and I will be getting like the overview of how my IC launcher looks like. Okay, so my label means the app name is Newton School 1. Round icon is there, so how the round icon will be looking like. Yes, overview is there. Support RTO. So theme is the what I am following, that is stored in the style folder. So I will be going on later on. So how are the activities defined? So there is only, for now there is only one activity, that is the dot main activity. Okay, so only one activity, that is the Java class file we generally use for the term. So class file, we can use have multiple class file, but when a class file is associated with the XML file for the layout, so it's combined form a activity. Okay, so intent filter action, that is a launcher, because it's a launcher theme. Like suppose that you are opening an Android application via icon only, so whatever will the first activity, like activity, you can understand in a as a naive, like you can understand it is a screen. Okay, like the whatever like you are opening any application, so you will be getting a screen, like in the YouTube application. Okay, so YouTube, when you open YouTube, so there first there is a splash screen, so that is a splash activity that comes around for a second, for a 5 seconds, till that the next activity, that is the home page of the YouTube. Though so while the home page of the YouTube take time while loading, so we are stuck in the splash activity, then only the home activity opens, and then whatever the you search activities, and there are a lot more. Okay, so activities can be like divided into fragments also, which we'll be covering in the later part. So activity, you get an idea, that is a kind of a screen only. So the first activity will be, which will be launched while we press on the like the app icon. So that will be launched, will be having the constraint like this only. Okay, so application. Okay, and also if you want to like use some permissions for that Android part. Okay, suppose that some app is asking for a Bluetooth also, Bluetooth access also, so you have to define only in this file only, that that particular application is using a Bluetooth for some implementing some features behind. So you have to like write here only that the uses, it will be using this permission. So okay, so that is the Java file. Okay, so like the last two folders, Android test and test, these are system generated, so we do not need to um, like modify them. So we are opening the com and my package name and the class name, and this is the my main activity, which I showed you that yes, that is my main activity. Okay, so that's the same name, like okay, so it will be having the all the backend code, like some that is a like whatever the things will be performed here. So all these things will be handled by this activity only. There is Java file only. Okay, and also there is nothing much here. You can see some system generated code is already there, that is like pointing me to the set content view r dot layout dot main activity. Okay, so r dot layout dot okay, we will be going with that only. So rest file we will be opening that. So there is a drawable. Okay, so drawable, we will be having all the icons and the pictures where here only. Okay, so layout, so there is a activity, see, layout dot activity main. So layout folder, we got an activity main. Okay, so here is some system generated code and a UI part. Okay, so this is how your screen will be looking like. There is a blueprint kind of thing, and here is a code of that. Okay, so we will be just in a minute we will be like changing with some, playing with some code and change, we can see this thing will be reflected down there. Okay, let's explore first all of these directories. So there is a map folder, so it will be having all those like the images you have stored, so images you have created in the different formats, like the high DPI, MDPI, like suppose it depends on how that particular icon will be used in the different screens of the mobile, because sometimes you have to like show that some of the devices have the round icons, so for that we have to like specify in this only. So it will be, it's a system generated code only, so it is very useful for such purposes also. Okay, so and the values, so it generally has some colors and the strings. Okay, so string name, since the my app name is this, so it will be holding down that. So we will be going with them all the strings, like like let me explain you. Say like whatever the things we are like suppose that there is a some button, so we need to name it something. So instead of hard coding there, we used to put down string like here only. Okay, so we will be it's a good practice to mention all these strings part here only. Okay, so here we have generally whatever the activity we are working on, we open it by side and main dot activity here. And the next thing is I assume most of you are using some high-end laptops or something. So if you don't have one, so the emulator, the AVD device, that is part of the Android Studio. So we generally use that. But for those, actually, it takes a quite lot of laptop resources or your device resources. So generally, people, the guy with the no SSD, won't be able to use that feature also. So we will be using the external our external device. Okay. So first. So I will be connecting my Android phone to my laptop with a USB cable, and I will be suppose that I am connecting my phone. Okay, so it is showing me my emulator part. Okay, so when I am connecting my USB with my phone also, yeah, perfect. So it is showing my device here. So I will be able to run this application. Okay. So I will be not running first in some code also. Okay. So let's check with that. Okay. So I generally used to this kind of theme. Okay. So a constant layout we will be won't be using it. First start with the basics. Okay. So start with the linear layout. Okay. So linear. Okay. Yeah. So it is showing me linear layout. So yes, and I will be removing this text view. I don't need that. Okay. So so I will be explaining your layouts also. Okay, so first we'll be using a text view and that has a content of we can say 20 dp. Okay, dp means device pixels. Okay, and it has a 30 dp, and we have a property of text. Okay, text. So I will be saying, hey, I made my first app. Okay, yeah, cool. So I will be closing that. Okay, and I think it's showing here, but very small. Yeah, so it is not able to float. So I will be increasing it. The height is fine, I think. The width is like 40 dp. We can try. Still, it is very small. Okay. 50 dp, 100 dp. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, okay. So so it is not able to. So I will be typing my wrap content. So wrap content is whatever the text I am writing or whatever the things are inside. So it will be automatically setting a size which will be wrapping it up. Okay. So that my contents doesn't get overflow or something. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So but it is like a very top. So I can use let me zoom out it. Yeah, so it is like a very small and top right. It will be very cool if I write it in the center of that. So I will be writing cent layout. So there is a two kind of gravity. Layout gravity is center I am placing. So it is in the center only. Okay. And if I am placing the same with the gravity part, so you will see nothing changed, but my this content, it will be centered. Suppose that let me show you 200 dp if I have placed, so it is in the center part. Okay, and if I remove this, so see that content got shifted above. Okay, so it is not in the center part. if I'm placing it, so automatically it gets centered within the view only. So text view is there. I'm using the Android Gravity, so it is center. But if I'm using that gravity layout gravity in the center, so it will be like in the center part also. Okay, that how it works. So if what I need to do if I want to like make it center, okay, like removing them, okay. So I want this to move at center. So I will be using layout gravity or gravity. It's gravity because it's the inner part of that. Because linear layout is the parent of this text view. So I will be like so it's in the center now. Yeah, see. So if still my so I have to like gravity. So now my text is also at the center. So center. So now it looks more attractive and something. Okay. So this is how it works. So this was a complete setup of the and basic Android project. So you might be somewhat familiar with that with this, and you later on when we will be keeping on coding, so you will be getting more hands-on with the Android Studio. So in the ending note, I would like to say make sure to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed this channel, subscribe kar do yaar. Okay, and also make sure you if you are facing some issues with the installation of this Android Studio, you can just comment down only, and without with the all the logs you are getting there, and I will be reaching out with the solution for that problem. Okay, so so see you in the next video. Bye bye.